Do you want to discover more joy, peace, and freedom with food, exercise, and your body? Here we bring a compassionate, holistic, and sustainable approach to fitness so you can fully enjoy the life you want and express your unique self with the world. I'm Michelle Roscoe, and I want to help you find fitness freedom. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, welcome to the Fitness Freedom Podcast. I'm going to ask you a question and just let me know what you think. Like what comes up for you, your thoughts, your feelings, the images in your head. You can DM me, you can email me. And this is in the realm of fitness, so tie it to the fitness world, the health world. Okay? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? I don't know about you, but when I think about that, I imagine some maybe reality weight loss competition show in the 2000s with those like cameras where they zoom and they have the guy, the personal trainer, in that like tank top shirt that's a little bit fitted and like loose pants that go down to his knees, like, and like maybe he has a goatee on and he's like a little bit fit and he like folds his arms and looks at the camera like, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Or or I think of this big guy, you know, crew cut and has like bulging muscles, and he's wearing a tank top that's a little bit tight for him, and he squeezes and he's like, oh, are you willing to do whatever it takes? Or maybe it's like some reel or TikTok video where someone, the tagline is like, are you willing to do whatever it takes? And it's like this montage of like someone working out and like going through a big physical transformation. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? And it kind of brings up this feeling, this idea of like, you should experience pain, or it should be difficult. You have to push through the pain to get to your goal, and you have to sacrifice. And I will say that this idea in lots of cultures, and I see it very common and prominent here in America, is this idea of, I want to call it accomplishment porn, where we are obsessed with the idea of working hard and getting to a goal and sacrificing to get to a goal. So like the business entrepreneur who's like, I didn't sleep for 5 years and I worked 12-hour days, 60-hour weeks. I sold my kidney just to get this business off the ground, and now it's $1 million business, and everyone's like, wow, you sacrificed so much, that's amazing. Or some woman who's like, you know, I followed this diet. I just ate these gross prepackaged meals. She wouldn't say gross, but you know, these prepackaged diet meals for 1 year and I lost X amount of pounds. It was gross, but it worked. And then we go, wow, yay, you ate the gross food so you could reach your goal. Or, you know, I studied, you know, I never slept and I just studied all night, and I put all my life into this degree, and I finally got my degree, and we're like, yay. And there's nothing wrong with these accomplishments or having these things, but we do have this idea of we need to sacrifice or have pain in order to reach a certain goal. It's that accomplishment porn. So I want to show you a different way. I used to have the same mindset around my fitness and health. I think a lot of it honestly is rooted in the religious culture background of America, and the idea of sacrifice as love, especially in Christianity. It's big, no matter what branch you are in. If you think about, you know, the gospel and the whole core of Christianity is sacrifice for love. So that's a really prominent idea, and even, I mean, we have it all the time. And as I've grown, I realized that sacrifice isn't necessarily love, and pain. You don't have to be in pain to love someone else. It's actually a warning sign if you're in pain to love someone else. It could be a bad, unhealthy situation. You don't need to sacrifice yourself for other people. The best gift you can give to other people, and the best way you can love other people, is by being whole in yourself and loving yourself and taking care of yourself first and giving from that outflow. Otherwise, it's transactional, and it's with expectation, and it can lead to unhealthy dynamics. But that's a little bit of a side note. So back to that whatever it takes idea. I used to believe this. I had, in my eating disorder days, I was all about, eating a certain amount of calories, exercising a certain amount, burning enough calories. Burning quote unquote enough calories. And my main goal was to lose weight or to maintain a low weight. And I didn't care how hungry I was. I didn't care how much my body hurt. That was negligible. It was so much about reaching the goal that I had that mindset, whatever it takes. But what if we could shift that mindset into a different one? And I want to call this, quote unquote, the real whatever it takes. And this is a completely different approach to whatever it takes. And it's one that's filled with growth. It's one that's filled with honoring yourself. It's one that's filled with that commitment. You still have that dedication and commitment, but it's done in an entirely different way. So I want to share a few tips on this to shift that, sacrifice is love. You have to suffer in order to get to where you want, and transition it to, what if it could be easy? What if I could honor myself in this process? So if you have a goal, a fitness goal in mind, if you have maybe a health goal in mind, somewhere you would like to be, it might be somewhere around maintaining certain habits. It might be a race goal. It might be a certain amount of weight you want to lift. It might be a body recomposition goal. Think about why you have that goal, first of all. So this is the first point. Commit to feeling good. Why do you have that goal in mind in the first place? It's probably because you think that by having it, so when you do reach that race goal, or when you aren't able to lift that, or when you do look this way, or your body looks this way, that you'll be happy. And we all want to be happy, right? We want to escape pain and we want to move towards pleasure. That's like the human experience. So we want to be happy. And we think that by having this goal, we'll be happy. But I want you to go a little bit deeper with that goal. Beyond just having that number or that specific goal, commit to feeling good. And one aspect of this is that you can absolutely feel good now. You don't have to wait for yourself to reach that goal. If you think about, I used to have this idea that if I traveled a lot in my life, and I'm like, oh, I'd be happy here, I'd be happier here. And I realized pretty early on in life that no matter where I was, I took myself with me. So if I was unhappy in one place, I would still have the same issues in another place. It might change a little bit, but I always have to live with myself. And if you're not happy with where you are now and able to enjoy a full life, then when you do reach that goal, you might have a sense of accomplishment, or it might be some short-lived excitement, but that happiness won't last. You have to find happiness in yourself. The other thing is, make a goal that's more deep for you. So something that taps into what really drives you as a human being. What is your why? What is your purpose in life? A part of having joy and happiness in life is having a purpose and having something that's super aligned with our values. I have learned over time what my purpose is on earth and what I want to share and what I want to spend my life doing. And this is a part of it. But get clear on how you want to really live your life. When you have that goal, what's going to change in your daily life? What's going to change about the way that you see yourself and the way you see the world? Can you have a goal that's more related to how you want to feel and how you want to exist in this world? What you would like to accomplish for others, something that's more meaningful and deep. If you have ever read the book Start With Why, that's a great place. That's a great resource to learn whether you're in business or whether, you just want to have a why for your life. It's a great way to approach this idea, commit to feeling good on a deeper level beyond what maybe an external measurement or a number goal. Think about how you really want to feel. So that's number one, commit to feeling good. And and when you commit to that, then your compass has changed. Your North Star has changed. It goes away from just reaching this goal and doing whatever it takes. It turns from that to living the life that you really want to live. And that's a completely different North Star that will lead you to making different decisions, that will take you down different paths. And it might be uncomfortable. It might be difficult, but that doesn't mean that it requires pain or ignoring your needs or pushing yourself beyond your limits in order to get there. And as you take this road, you've changed your North Star. You've committed to feeling good in a way that is meaningful for you in your life. Then you have to be willing to learn and pivot as you move on. So when we make a commitment to ourselves towards something that we want for our health and our life, our bodies, maybe for you, it's like, I would love to work out without being so self-conscious, or I would love to be able to eat anything I want without so much guilt. Or I would really, really love to get off this like on and off cycle with exercise. I would really love to just be kinder to myself. When you can go and move your North Star towards that direction around feeling good, you don't know what the path is. You're not sure exactly where that compass is going to take you. So you have to be willing and open to learn as you go and pivot. A lot of the times we want the exact clear steps to follow, and that's why weight loss in some ways can be so appealing, or a fitness goal. It's like you just follow these steps and you'll get there, and it works for some, but most of the time it doesn't work for most people. But it's appealing to have like step 1, step 2, step 3. But in real life, growth doesn't always work like that. There's so many new things that we learn. There are steps back that we take. There are steps to the side. We find different paths. We have to cut down some trees. We have to wait a little bit, and it's unexpected. But when you are willing to do whatever it takes to feel good, to live the life that you want, then you can enjoy the process of learning and growing and pivoting as you move along, because you know that you can feel good no matter what. In the moment, you can practice that happiness where you are. And then the last thing, I feel like this is a little bit abstract, so I'm not sure if it's making sense to you, but it's what I want to share. And if you have any questions, feel free again to DM me or email me. The last one of whatever it takes, the real whatever it takes. First one, commit to feeling good in your life and making goals that are deeply tied to your purpose and what you want for your entire life. Number 2, be willing to learn and pivot, because growth is not linear and it can be challenging at times. And then lastly, be patient. Have the attitude of, I don't care if this takes 1 month or 1 year or 10 years. I'm going to keep working towards this because I know that I'm deserving of living the life that I want to live, and I don't know how it's all going to turn out, but I can't wait to get there, and I'm willing to wait for it. Scale out and see the big picture. Why are we in such a rush to get to a specific fitness goal? Let's just use weight loss as an example. Like, we have so many promises of like, lose 50 pounds in 6 months, or lose whatever 20 pounds in 90 days. They're great marketing tactics, but we get so fixated on like trying to get there because we're like, if I don't get there, then I'm not going to be okay, and I want to be okay as fast as possible. But when we change our North Star, we commit to really feeling good in the ways that are important to us, and we go on this journey, we have to be patient. Think about what kind of legacy you want to leave to the next generation, maybe your children, nieces, nephews, your grandchildren, generations beyond you. What kind of life do you want to live? It doesn't really matter if you get to where you want to go in 1 year or 5 years. It takes time. And if you can enjoy the process and know that you're worthy already and nothing can change that worth, it gives you a little bit of breathing space. And you will get there. You will get there with patience and continuing to move forward, remembering why you want it and what you really desire, you will get there. You will absolutely get there. But be patient with yourself. Wait, and be kind to yourself along the way. So asking yourself, as you think about this question, whatever it takes, are you willing to do whatever it takes? What, I'm going to ask you again, in your health, in your fitness, in your life, what is something you're willing to do whatever it takes for? I hope that this brought up some new ideas, some discussions for you. If you want a little bit more guidance in this in relation to the culture around us, what you can actually do to enjoy fitness and make it a part of your life in an enjoyable way, please join my upcoming discussion. It's in 2 weeks from now. About 2 weeks from now, it's going to be on June 12th, 2024 at 11 a.m. CST Central Time. If you can't make it live, when you register, you'll get the details and you can watch the recording. The link is in the show notes. You're invited to join. You can bring someone else as well. And I'd love to talk with you and have a discussion with you about what you really need to know to enjoy fitness for life, especially if this episode brought up some new questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hey there, me one more time, because this is my podcast. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. If you would be so kind and generous as to leave a review, a good review, it would mean a lot to the podcast and to growing this so more people can get a hold of it. If you would like to get more support, continue listening to this podcast. Follow me on Instagram, friend me on Facebook. You can find me in the link in the show notes. Always feel free to reach out to me. An email is always welcome. Happy to hear from you. And the best way that I actually can help you is, if and when you're ready, is for you to join the 4-H Method. It's my signature program, and it helps you make your body your home and your health your hero journey, transforming your health and life from the inside out. Remember, you are worthy, you are powerful. Like you, love you, Coach Michelle.